What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. So today I will be showing you guys some Cyber Dragon branded Despia combos and also the deck profile. So a 2-in-1 package deal in one video. And if you guys actually want more videos like these where I actually do both combos and deck profile, make sure you smash the subscribe button. We're obviously trying to get to 1,000 likes. If we do get to 1,000 likes, I will of course be making a live stream on this deck. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Really helps me out a lot and motivates me to keep making videos like these. I love saying that. But yeah, I'll be showing you guys 3 combos on how to really utilize the branded, or rather the Despia engine in your Cyber Dragon deck to kind of help with going first and second, especially going second, because you can OTK with just one single branded fusion. And it's crazy because we don't even need to play like a lot of Despia cards. It's really just like the bare minimum for branded fusion, and then we get to kill with Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon. So we're not even trying to denaturalize Cyber Dragon that much in order to do this combo. So let's jump right into it. One single card, that's all you need. No discard, no other cards, no nothing. That is a 1-card OTK. You will be sending the Fallen of Albaz and Cyber Dragon Hertz. And now very specifically, you'll be going Chainlink 1 Albion, Chainlink 2 Cyber Dragon Hertz. If you do it the other way around, the Albion will not be able to summon Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon because we need our second Cyber Dragon search in order to use the effective Albion to banish 2 Cyber Dragons to make the Chimera Tech Rampage. So just like that, we're going to be making Rampage, and now we can send 2 Light Machines from our deck to the grave, and the Chimera Tech Rampage will gain 2 additional attacks, so we can attack thrice. I love that word, oh my god. And now we have 63 and 2,500 damage on board, which means Merry Mother Freaking Christmas. You're dead. Let's get right into combo number 2 now. Alright, so let's just say you have Branded Fusion and something like Cyber Dragon Hertz. This is a pretty it's a really good play when you're going first, because you get to floodgate your opponent with something like Shadal Winda, and you get to draw 1 card in the process, as well as drawing Cyber Dragon, as well as searching Cyber Dragon. Hopefully you don't draw the Cyber Dragon off of the Shadal Beast. But yeah, basically we're going to be drawing our card right now, and then shuffle back the Fallen of Albaz and the Shadal Beast that we just foolish with Branded Fusion to make the Shadal Winda. And now we're searching, of course, for Cyber Dragon. So very simple, straightforward. Not even a Cyber Dragon combo when you think about it, but the reason why I'm showcasing that is because Cyber Dragon's always had that weakness of not being able to produce an oppressive board enough going first. So now, post game 1, you might actually want to choose to go first because of the fact that a single Aluber or Branded Opening or Branded Fusion can actually summon the El Shadal Winda, which gives you a full turn of being able to kill your, of surviving, and then killing your opponent next turn because, again, a single Branded Fusion is G to the G. So very nice, and also you draw a card in the process. Could be Cyber Dragon Core, which would mean that you would have an extra interruption because of Cybernetic Overflow being able to pop 3 cards your opponent controls because you have 3 Cyber Dragons. So Hertz, Core, and Cyber Dragon in hand. Absolutely fantastic. Let's get right into the final combo now. So this is basically me just drawing a random hand and showing you guys the kind of synergy or what happens when you actually draw the crack. So Branded Fusion, Cyber Dragon Core, motherfucking 2 hand shafts. Sometimes you're just good at the game, but you're not really trying to go like super all in. And remember that because of Branded Fusion, you can only summon fusions from your extra deck for that full turn, not even for the rest of the turn. So you can't even go into Infinity first and then use Branded Fusion. That's the reason why Galaxy Soldier in this version doesn't make that much sense, unfortunately. It does conflict with the other part of the strategy. So yeah, Shadal Beast, draw 1 card with El Shadal Winda, and search your Cyber Dragon. Doesn't really matter that I drew a Branded Opening here, but it would be nice to search, summon a Luber that could get me another Branded Fusion next turn. So very nice card economy right there, right? We started with 5 cards. Usually Cyber Dragon is a deck that negs a lot. You have to waste a lot of cards to make your interruptions, but in this situation, I still have 3 cards in hand and 5 cards on the field, so I actually went +3 in terms of, I guess, absolute card advantage, but whatever. On our opponent's turn, or even on our own turn, we can summon a Luber, search whatever, Branded Fusion again, good follow-up for next turn, and we still have Overflow, El Shadal Winda, Ghost Bell, Veiler. Not too bad, especially for a deck that's supposed to be going second. So again, this engine is not really a quote-unquote one-trick pony for Cyber Dragon. It's not just you go second, you kill, and that's it, that's all. It really makes the deck more realistic and just overall better. So it really does fix the inherent issues that the deck always had. But with that being said, let's jump right into the deck profile. So here we are, and again, before we go any further, make sure you like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch and Instagram, all the beautiful, fun stuff. And now let's explain those ratios. So in case you didn't know, I'm actually the creator of only playing 1 Cyber Dragon in Cyber Dragon. I just realized by testing the deck left and right that the card bricked very, very, very hard. It was the kind of card that you didn't really want to draw. Like, you would want to search it sometimes because it's not too bad, but it really is cloggy in multiples, and it does nothing going first. So one copy is really all you need, because Cyber Dragon Hertz doesn't have to necessarily search Cyber Dragon from your deck. It can also recycle back the other good cards, the good Cyber Dragons from your graveyard to your hand. However, if you are trying to search Cyber Dragon from deck, it's only the original one, not the other ones like Core. Otherwise, Cyber Dragon Hertz would be like overpowered. But yeah, only 6 Cyber Dragons. We're not really trying to play Dry or Fear. Fear would be nice if you're trying to make like a Link 2 Turbo so that you can summon something, but it's not the top priority of this deck. I want to say it's just, it might actually make your bad hands worse and good hands not necessarily better. So it actually makes almost no sense. Nextra always has to be there. You can revive back the Rampage. So the card is like an instant follow-up that allows you to kill basically in the grind game. And Cyber Dragon Hertz, I want to say 1 is also enough because Lubellion can shuffle it back, Cyberload can shuffle it back, etc. So if you're good at resource management, you would actually understand that 1 Hertz is all you need. And Triple Core, Triple Emergency, usually searching Core. If you already have it, then you're searching Hertz because it's a great discard to go for with the Lubellion, getting your other Cyber Dragon, so you can pop more cards with Overflow. And I want to say 1 Overflow is all you need. This, by the way, is a going second OTK deck. So I am playing an insane amount of hand traps and board working cards because I'm trying to stop my opponent and then only need like 1 or 2 cards to kill my opponent. That really is the spirit of the deck. So you could rely on Core plus Machine Dupe, but I actually want to say that this would be just relying on winning the lottery because you need 2 very specific cards, whereas in this build, not really super specific. Aluberate is game, Branded Fusion is game, Branded Opening is game, so you have 8 cards that are instant OTKs if your opponent cannot stop whatever you're trying to do, and when you're summoning Rampage, you also get to pop 2 spells and traps your opponent controls. So if your opponent has, like, I don't know, Battle Traps or cards that just don't really interrupt you on the summon, then you will definitely be fine just with 1 single card, and that's what makes this deck honestly so good. But yeah, I am playing 2 Fallen of Albaz for my Despia package. I want to say 1 Fallen of Albaz might be enough if you're really good with the deck, so this is basically just me experimenting with ratios. 2 Alubert, please don't play 3, it would be way too cloggy because you already have Core as your normal summon. So if you start playing like 3 Alubert, you might actually break with like way too many cards that can't really be used in your hand. And of course 3 Branded Fusion and 3 Branded Opening. Branded Opening could actually maybe be played at 2, but since it discards a card, it means that if you have 2 Branded Opening, then the worst case scenario is that you just discard Opening to, you know, activate Opening, you summon a Lubert, and you're good. But yeah, for the hand traps, I want to say this is very flexible. You can play whichever hand traps are the most suited for the specific format. So I want to say Ash, Ogre, Ghost Bell, Valor, and Imperm are pretty good right now. 13 hand traps, that is absolutely massive. This is the kind of luxury that Cyber Dragons could never afford. The only way you would be able to play 13 hand traps in Cyber Dragon, again, is if you incorporate a self-sufficient engine in the deck. And that's the recurrent theme that we see with most competitive decks right out there. They play a lot of hand traps because they don't need a lot of cards to be able to play in the first place. So let's say back in the days, Danger Thunder Crusadia Guard Dragon, it was the go big or go home combo deck, and you needed your full hand to be able to explode. So if you played a lot of hand traps, what would happen is that you would draw like half of your hand traps, and then the other half of your hand would be like Danger Monsters or Crusadia Monsters or cards that just aren't necessarily always the best. Sometimes they could be good, but you are kind of relying on luck, whereas in more mid-range and control strategies, it makes more sense to play more hand traps because you don't need a lot of cards. Again, I keep repeating myself, but you don't need that many cards to be able to play. And yeah, I don't want to play like 3 Ogre and 3 Bell because they're once per turn, and they are not like super that good. Honestly, Ash follows the same logic in theory, but I want to say Ash actually hits a little more cards, so that's the reason why that one is an exception. And Valor and Imperm are just not once per turn, so that's the reason why I think that these 2 are a little more logical to be played at 3. Forbidden Droplet is just a fantastic card against so many decks, so it really has to be there. And then Call by the Grave for hand traps, Cyberload and Overload. Both of these cards can actually be... I think Overload Fusion can be searched with Alba Renatus, the Graveyard effect, but Cyberload, not really. It can be searched by a Core, and of course Anaconda can send both, as well as the Branded Fusion, but yeah, this is a little harder, quote-unquote, to search. And finally, the Shuttle Fusion, when you're going first, you could actually just straight up side deck this card instead of main decking it. I think this would be a great idea. So if you really want to make this deck a little better, you put Fallen of Albast to 1, Shuttle Beast to 0, and you incorporate 2 other cards. Could be board breaking cards, or more going second cards, maybe Pancratops or Levineer. Levineer banishing a combination of light and dark monsters is great, or banishing 3 lights, revive back a monster, or 3 dark, shuffle back a card from opponent's hand. Every monster in your deck basically is light and or dark, except for Ash and Ghost Bell, so we're definitely good there. For the extra deck, I'm playing 2 Mega Fleet, 1 Mirror Jade, 1 Lubellion, 2 Albion, 1 Alba Renatis, Chimera Tech Fortress, double Rampage. Winda could also be in the side deck if you want to side the Shuttle Beast, just a very small package just for going first. And then Cyber Dragon, Seeger, Dark, and Lina, very great cards. They have the same effect except that this is for the light attribute and this is for the dark attribute. And finally, the Anaconda, a no-brainer, but if this card gets banned, this deck doesn't really lose that much. As a matter of fact, this deck actually becomes better because the unfair Anaconda decks are actually just significantly weakened, which means that this deck would have less competition, and all the better for this deck. Now, for the idea section, I think I already went over these 2 cards, but yeah, also Nibiru. Kalesia actually makes no sense, don't play it. Cyber Dragon Fear, Cyber Twin, not really needed. Guardian Chimera. Very nice if you want to play Branded in red, but this card is not really good if you're not playing a lot of Despia cards, so I don't really recommend it when you're just trying to splash a Despia engine. And Relinquished Anima might not be able to be summoned very often because of the fusion restriction of Branded Fusion. Lightning Storm, Harpy's Feather Duster, Dark Ruler. Dark Ruler is not like super good when you're trying to OTK because you can't deal damage, unfortunately. And Upstart Goblin, that doesn't work. Upstart Goblin is bad in this deck because when you OTK, you actually OTK for a little less than 9,000 because your Rampage is 6,300 damage because it has 21 multiplied by 3. And then you have the 25 for the Albion, which I think is 8,800 damage. So because of Upstart, your opponent survives, which means that you might actually lose the game if you can't actually make interruptions on, well, for your opponent's next turn. So I know this logic isn't always the best, but Upstart actually made me lose a few games back in the days because I blindly put it in decks that actually shouldn't be playing Upstart. But that's pretty much it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.